started with our work session. Mr. Craig Thompson.
Good afternoon. I just have one item. It is 11C, and it is a request to approve payment for an emergency repair to Ringer's Garage Door Company for laborers and materials to fix the shop door at our maintenance building located at the Urban Forestry Department in the amount of $1,415, as shown on invoice number 39045.
Okay, anybody have any questions for him? No, thank you very much.
Thank y'all very much.
Ms. Bailey? Okay, Chief?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I only have but one item. It's item E. It's a resolution to approve a contract with Polygraphs Incorporated to provide polygraph services for new police hires with the city of Florence in the amount of $75 annually. So it's an annual fee of $75 for the service. You get kind of a bargain there. If you do 2 in one day, it's $600. If you do 1 per day, it's $400. And these are the polygraphs that we'll use for new hires. Once we offer a conditional offer of employment, that'll be one of the conditions they'll have to pass a polygraph.
Alrighty then.
Any questions?
No.
All right.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much.
Chief Anderson? Chase?
Good afternoon. I've got 4 items today. The first one, item 11D, that's a contract with Wisner LLC in the amount of $9,000. And that is to provide acquisition services, including appraisals and negotiations for 2 tracks for the Greenbrier Road Drainage Project.
Y'all have any questions for Chase?
All right, the next 2 items, 12B and 12C, they're both ordinances to vacate the storm drainage easement. 12B is at lot 15, 12C is at lot 16, both in the Holiday Home subdivision.
Any questions?
All right, last one, item 12D. That is a resolution to approve a contract with Grayson Carter and Son in the amount of $495,290.07 to provide labor, equipment, materials, and incidentals necessary to construct sidewalks along Bradshaw Drive and a shared use path at Helton Drive. Now that is that's a TAP grant project that we're doing with AlDOT. AlDOT has approved this contract. That $495,000, that is the whole contract cost. We would be responsible for 20% of that.
20.
Mm-hmm.
All right, questions for
We're just
Chase?
supposed to start.
I would think within the next 45 days, 60
We'll
days
get
maybe.
close.
We're getting real close. State's already approved it. We'll approve, if we approve it, we'll send the notice to proceed and they'll start shortly.
Okay.
So,
All right.
all right, thank y'all.
Thank you. Bill?
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan.
I was looking for Bill Batten, I'm sorry. My bad.
No.
Wasn't paying attention that Bill was chasing Bill.
Chase.
How are y'all? Sorry about that. We have several items. The first item is item L, which is a contract with J&M Fence, and this is for a installation of a 20-foot long gate at the New River Heritage Trail, and then out of $9,500. Next item is item M, J&M Fence as well, and this is to replace a damaged section of fence that was due to a tree falling on in the storm. And that is in the amount of $1,200, and it's there at the River Heritage Trail as you start into the trail.
Okay.
Next one is item N, and this is for Water Street Communications, and this is to install some data drops for Handy Recreation Center in the amount of $9,302.60.
Are those in the computer lab?
They'll be spread out through all the computer lab, and they're just data points, is that
Yes.
correct? So they'll be kind of spread out so data can get to each of those rooms, computer room being one of them. Next one is item O, and that is for certified alarm to install some badge readers and the electronic locks on the front and rear main hallways of Handy Recreation Center in the amount of $7,562.30.
These work there?
They will. We'll have to get yours access, but yes, sir. it will.
Well, I mean, if they ever needed.
Absolutely, yeah. These are these are great, and we're trying to get them throughout all our rec centers so they can be monitored, they can turn them on, turn them off, know who came in, came out. It's very much safety thing, yes. Thank y'all very much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
very much.
thank you.
Melissa, you wanna? We have a public hearing tonight. It's going to be item 9 and then also 12A on your agenda. Any questions? Yeah. It's been a great year for me.
Sick again?
Again.
Yeah.
So everybody did receive the information that she sent out. Y'all have any questions for her? No? All right, thank you.
Thank you for sending it.
Chief?
Good afternoon. I have two quick items, item F and G. Item F is a resolution to approve a contract with Municipal Emergency Services to provide labor, equipment, and materials and incidentals necessary for the repairs and maintenance of our rescue tools. And this is a service contract for what's better known as our extrication or Jaws of Life equipment. We have 7 sets of that equipment, and they're in an average range of just a little over $40,000 per set. So I'm just making sure we're doing our diligence to keep the warranties up and the service contracts and things on all of that equipment. That's what this is, item F. And it would be expense to account 947-42200. Any questions about that one? And item G is a resolution to approve payment of an invoice dated February 3rd, 2025 to Irons Electric for the emergency replacement of LED lamps and a relay at Fire Station 2. And basically, we got quite a bit of low voltage equipment in that station, and we had a malfunction and lost a good bit of lighting and that sort of thing. And that is in the amount of $587.13. to be expensed to account 266, and that has been repaired. Any questions? Thank you all.
Ted?
Afternoon, Tad Cole, Gas and Water. But before we get started, I'll give you a quick update on that gas leak we had this afternoon. We had a line get hit actually by one of our water crews. It was unmarked. And, but we have everything under control. We did have to evacuate 8 homes just as a precautionary measure, but everything's good. We have crews on site. They should have it hopefully hemmed up before the close of business today. So, but there was some evacuations necessary.
So are they still evacuated? They're still out?
No, ma'am, they're not. We had the gas cut off within probably 20 minutes or so of the call, and we had to give it time to dissipate, but
Where was it?
it was on Wood, off of
Woodland Road.
Woodland. I was gonna say Wood, but Woodland.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Right there, the 100 block of Woodland. But everything's good with that, so we should have that finished up by the close of business today. I've got several items on the agenda. Let me get over to mine. Item H is a contract with Cone Cranes in the amount of $5,300. This is just a renewal of our annual renewal of our inspection and PM agreement with Cone Cranes. This is for all of our crane equipment at Wilson Lake, Cypress Creek, and Cypress Creek wastewater treatment plant. So this is for all three plants. And this is just an annual renewal for us. Any questions with that one? Next is the sanitary sewer extension agreement between the City of Florence and Marina Mart LLC. This is the project that's going on right there at Shoals Creek with what I refer to as the old galley restaurant building. This went through the process, has been approved, so we're seeking final approval. The application was approved, so we're seeking final approval on the agreement. This is just the agreement between us as the water and wastewater department, gas department, and Marina Mart. So this is the agreement not to exceed $250,000, and of course, Roger will be responsible for tracking and receiving all of that and providing that information to us. So this is just an agreement. Once we have it approved, then Roger already has a copy that he's reviewing. Once you guys approve it tonight, then he'll sign it and the agreement will be in place then.
Roger Brown?
That's correct, yes, sir, that's correct. Any questions on that one? Next is a proposal with J-Bock Energy Solutions. This is to perform a valve installation and test relief in the amount of $3,318 at the North Alabama Medical Center. This is just something that we have in place with them. We've done several items with those, several different jobs with these guys in the past. So this is just for the test and installation on that, $3,318. Any questions with that? Next is the agreement with the Magnolia River Services Incorporated. This is a proposal. This is to continue on with our installation of Flow GIS. These are the next two workflows that we need to get started on in order to kind of keep the train on the tracks and rolling. The amount is $17,500. And this is all compliance related. So we've completed the first couple of workflows, and these are the next two that we would like to continue on with. And also, we're probably looking at around 8 to 10 workflows over the course of the next several years. But it just takes time to get everything up and going and implement it. But these are the next two. And again, that amount is $17,500. Any questions on that one?
How many water meters have been completed?
As far as Flow GIS?
No, with the lead pipes.
Oh, we are now the lead service line inventory. Yes, sir. We are rapidly approaching 20,000 now. So we had to pull some of our crews off around the holidays. We had some other things that we had to take care of, so we kind of slowed the process down. But we are somewhere in the neighborhood of 20,000. We're hoping to, if all goes well and the weather cooperates, we're hoping to try to finish that by maybe spring or summer. And of course, it's going to be an ever-evolving document, but at least we will have the initial assessment of all that done by spring or summer.
Thank you.
No problem. The next one is an agreement with Pipe Suite. This is a contract in the amount of $50,900. This is for services provided to the gas department in meeting regulatory compliance. All that's listed and broken down in that packet that I sent you. Basically, this is all for public awareness. And this is something that I won't say has been changed, but we have to do some public notifications now, and they will handle all of that. That's the biggest majority of the cost. If I remember correctly, it was $32,800, but every gas customer will receive a brochure and a handout. So that's the biggest expense of that. And there's some other compliance, regulatory compliance obligations that they're helping us meet. Any questions with that one? And then finally, this one wasn't listed on the agenda, but this is I turned it in, I'm not sure how it didn't get listed, but I've got a change order for the Ag Center lift station. Change order is in the amount of $29,449. And this is to aid with the electrical construction overhead and the construction underground.
What was that amount again?
$29,449.00. So it changes it'll increase the total cost of the project from $4,815,674 from the original amount of $4,786,225. So it's a total of $29,449. And this is all to do with overhead and underground electrical being provided to the Ag Center lift station. Any questions with that?
No.
I apologize for bombarding you all with.
Move your motion. Okay, motion by Mr. Edwards,
Second.
second by Mr. Griffin, all in favor?
Thank y'all.
All right, thank you.
To add one other thing.
Okay.
Just, I get to do the fun part. So I got a call today from Kevin Johnson at First Baptist Church.
Okay.
We had that gas leak over there that could have been anywhere.
Correct.
And it was leaking into their building. They were having a meeting in the old library. We finally got them back into their church on Sunday.
Mhm.
They could not be happier with all the crews.
Very
that
good
were-
news.
were over there. He plans to reach out to you if he wanted to be here tonight, he can. Told him I was gonna give a shout out at the end, which I still will do for your crews.
Sure.
But while you were here, I wanted to pass on
Well,
the information that
we-
he passed on to me.
Greatly appreciate that, and our guys worked very hard, and they were very diligent in what they were doing just to make sure that we had everyone's safety in mind, and so took us a little bit of time, but by process of elimination, we were able to figure out exactly what was going on, and
Yeah, I went to the ops meeting as well, over on Rickwood. It was very organized. They had all the players in the room. They talked about all the vacated alleys and all the possibilities and the things that but they had a very good strategy
Yes.
of attack for that next morning.
Yes.
And apparently it went really well.
we did. We had, the next day, we had, in the upwards of about, well, almost half of our crews on site, along with our leak detection guys, and so it was a great team effort, and I'm glad we were able to get everything resolved, and get them back in the building. I know that made them happy, and of course, we just, keep everyone's safety in mind. That's the main thing, main objective behind that, so.
Thank you. The city looked very good.
Well, I appreciate it very much. Thank y'all.
Thank you. David?
Good afternoon. I have several things on here today. We'll go over them one at a time. The first one is a contract with Water Street Communications for the new office building for solid waste at 50 Country Club Drive. This is $7,929. So we're gonna have security and internet for the building. This came as a recommendation from IT guys. Any questions on that one? All right, the next one is Labella and Associates contract. They do our underground storage tank. Landfill still has one, so this is for them to monitor our program and keep us in compliance and schedule the things that have to be done yearly to have and operate an underground storage tank. With this, we've done this, probably this is the third year of this. It's worked out real well for us. We feel like we're in compliance. Any questions on that one? Okay, and the next one is LaBelle and Associates also. They've been doing our groundwater for probably 20 years. This contract is just an update of that groundwater monitoring contract at the landfill. It's routine, just like we've done before. Any questions on that one? Okay, next one, Clark Gas. They do the forklift gas at recycle, fill the bottles up, bring us full bottles, take the empty ones away, fill them up. Routine contract. Any questions? Clark Gas. Next one is certified alarm. This is for the 4501 Start to Drive property. This is put the fire alarm back in there. It's actually to hook it back up. Put security in there. The street department actually this week is moving into that building. We have our internet working. The system was already there. Reagan and Jeff have hooked that up for us, and so the street department's actually relocating there this week. We have people on site. This is a certified alarm contract to be split between the central garage portion, the street and sanitation portion. So that money will be split between those three departments for that. All right, next is Certified Alarm Alabama for the 50 Country Club Drive. This is the new office building out there, $3,614.55 for them to hook up security and all that there. Okay, the next is a grant application. So what we're doing, you remember a couple of years ago, we had Household Hazardous Waste Day at Coliseum, very widely attended program, very popular. And so we're trying to pull that off again. So we're asking from the Muscle Shoals National Heritage Foundation. We're asking for $7,500. It's a no match grant with them. TVA Natural Resources, we're asking for $5,000. If we can get these two grants, then we can probably work with, like we did before, gas, water, electricity, and then solid waste, and come up with the rest of the money. So it was about a $20,000 event last year. It's for residents only, no businesses, to bring their household hazardous waste. This company processes, catalogs, and certifies it for us. We had Veterans Drive backed up for a minute. Last year we had so many people, and we've had them all the way through the parking lot. But very popular program, and we've been asked many times for this. This is to bring your old paint, your pesticides, chemicals, and all that. This is just asking for the grants. If we get these two, then we can proceed with the rest of it.
Yeah, I remember that program. That was very, very
Yeah.
good, very successful.
Very popular.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything exciting brought, like some of the other cities that do this, like bombs, grenades. The next item is.
One question.
Yes, ma'am.
After you apply, how long will it take before you know?
So if we can kind of line everything up, we're probably looking at
May 17th, if everything, if the stars line up.
May 17th, if the stars line up. We'll advertise it, and gonna even reach out to Lauderdale County, see if they want to partner with us too, since a lot of the folks were from Lauderdale County.
So, where,
Any more questions on that one?
Yeah, so the event will be held May the 17th.
Yes.
So my question was, how long after you apply, how soon would you know if you received the grant, approval of the grant?
We don't know
We don't know.
when they approve it and tell us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we can postpone that date. This company, you just schedule with them, we're using the same ones we used last time. They did a great job for us, and so we can move that date if we need to, for March
Okay.
17th.
Gotcha, okay.
That'd be the plan. Other questions on that one?
It's a no match. Yeah, both of them are no match grants.
Yes, both these are no match grants.
Okay.
All right, moving on, the next one is a contract with CDG, which is Carter, Darnell, and Grubbs Engineering out of Andalusia. This is a general services contract. They do, got later on, is a proposed contract with them to do the transfer station. This is a general services contract, so they can do other solid waste stuff for us or for the transfer station as we go down this path to build this. So this is just a general fees, service contract. It's kind of laid out in there. They're the ones I'm recommending that we use to do the transfer station project. Questions on that one? All right, the next three are contracts with Hobart for maintenance of the ice machines at Solid Waste Street and Recycle. This is just a general service contract. Come out, clean it, check it. If there's a problem, we let them know, and they make sure our ice machines are up and running. Questions on those three? Okay. There, and then we're going to the next one is on a regular agenda. It's a contract with CDG, $175,000 to do the civil and environmental engineering to build a transfer station and develop the property at Starkey Drive, the 18-acre adjoining tract. They'll come in and do the layout of the site, the grading, the bid, design the transfer station, parking, where things go, design the actual transfer station itself, prepare bid documents. It's kind of the whole shooting match. I had 4 proposals. I had Chase help me look at them to kind of get opinions on what we thought. We felt like this was the best one. It was the cheapest one, but it covered everything we were asking for to design all this, to site it, and to develop that property for a transfer station, for a wood curtain burner, for one day another transfer station, parking, and new equipment in and out and so forth. Any questions on this one?
So that property, from what I remember, is the buildings were around 60,000 square feet, and the acreage was 26.
Yeah, so the property that the building on is an 8-acre tract. And you have the little cul-de-sac road there, and then the property to the north of that is an 18-acre tract. This is to develop that
8 acres.
portion of that 18 acres.
So this is only 18 acres.
Correct. It won't be behind the other one, it'll be the cul-de-sac area. Any questions on that one?
So how much dirt is on that site?
So what's gonna happen is, once they do a survey and do elevations and all, then, they will lay all that out for us so we kind of know, because dirt will have to be shuffled. In other words, we'll have to have some elevation change to build a transfer station, so probably use the dirt, some of the dirt that's on site. We'll see how that all goes, but, hard to say.
Y'all have any more questions? Is that it?
No, one more. All right, so finally, I mentioned to add this last one, which is applying for the ADM recycle grant to the agenda. I think you approved it verbally earlier.
I did.
And so what we're asking here is just permission to apply to ADM for this annual recycling grant. The way that works is we've got a list of materials here. I'll go over them here with you shortly, but if ADM will approve maybe some, maybe all, maybe none, and then we'll come back in the budget process and we actually get to approve the expenses at that point, should they approve them. They usually don't approve everything, but some of the things we're asking for, self-dumping hoppers, thing to clean up the recycle center with. The big items on here that aren't routine are like the only things would match are a one-ton pickup and a enclosed trailer, like shows beautiful asset for us to do litter events and events with. We would match 25% on that. In this case, on the truck, it'd be about $13,291. That's a 25% match. On the trailer, it'd be about $1,600. That'd be the only expenditures we'd have, assuming they approve it. That they may or may not. That'll be in the recycle budget, should it be. The cool thing on here is recycling receptacles for UNH new stadium. I got about a $40,000 fee. That part's no match, and assuming they approve it, and we will of course work with UNH to come up with some designs of what they want to put in the stadium. So I'm asking that to be added to the agenda for approval to apply, and then I'll be back, on what they approve, which will be probably August, on the budget from fall to ask for permission to buy these items. Any questions on those?
Good to go tomorrow?
We are ready to go. We have restocked our salt.
Huh?
We've restocked our salt, and everything's gassed up and ready.
There you go.
Let's hope.
Hopefully we don't need it.
So make sure I understand that process right. So I know they're predicting tonight. Did you do anything prep tonight, or will it be tomorrow if it happens?
So the way we work this is we'll be in touch with EMA and PD. PD's always out there, so if a slick spot develops and they see it happening, they call the street department in. Depending on, usually it's the bridges, we put sand on those, sand and gravel. So we've got trucks ready, we'll have to just load it up and off we go. If it starts snowing and accumulating, then we'll load the salt. We can do all this fairly quickly.
Okay.
We've got the equipment there, equipment's get recycled by the salt, and then the trucks are actually at start to dry today, but we're ready to go.
Okay.
Somebody's spraying system, I guess.
State.
I think that's a state.
Yeah, AlDOT has done their pre-treatment as they always do, and if it all comes down to how much it rains or whatever, it washes that off, and I think that is. We don't pre-treat, we don't have the stuff. We're just hoping for snow and success.
Thank you, David.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. So if there's nothing else to come before the work session, we'll take a,
Ms. Simmons?
oh yes, Mr. Lighting has one, yeah.
Bob Lighty, City Clerk Treasurer. I would like for us to add a resolution tonight for an alcohol beverage license application for a special event by Pickett on Court LLC doing business as P&O Camp located at 218 North Court Street. To take place on Sunday, February 23rd and Monday, February 24th. Sponsored by me. This has been a to-do, and Councilman Hendricks can attest, and the mayor, and Chris Faust in my office. We've had a number of people working on this and trying to get this. We finally got approval from the ABC today to go ahead and get this, but we were having problems getting information that ABC needed to approve it, so as of now, we've got that, and so I ask your permission to, if we would, to go ahead and add this onto the regular agenda tonight. Thank you all.
Thank you.
You dismiss, I talked to Brad Holmes, he's out of town this afternoon. He said as of right now, 1 inch of precipitation all is expected, but the roads will be kind of rough in the morning. And he recommended like an hour delayed opening in the morning for anyone who, you know, wanted to entertain doing that. So, anyway, just wanted to pass it along. So that's not too bad, 1 inch of snow.
Plus 3.
Huh?
Plus 3, but you could put something out to that. They would put something out officially, right?
Oh, I'm sure they will. He's on top of it, his people are. I'd asked him to come up here, but he was, I forgot he went to the Florence basketball.
Okay. If there are no other matters for the work session, then we will take a 30-minute break and we'll come back and start. Work session, meeting.